Welcome to another edition of From the Bottom Up. And today we are gonna dig deep into the seven times platinum album release from Avril Lavigne, Let Go, which was her debut album, released all the way back on June the 4th of 2002 on Arista Records. Seven times platinum. Amazing how many copies sold of this album, peaking at number two. It features 13 tracks. So let's dig right in here and start ranking them from the bottom up. We got number 13, Too Much to Ask is our bottom choice here. Kind of sounds like a more contemporary track, just not one that I don't know, I just never really got too much into this one. That's hence it being where it's at here. So number 12, another one that is unwanted. I don't know. I just never got into that one either. Some of these songs are it's amazing. They sound more mature in some aspects than some of the other ones, you know. But it's unique that I think the album did really well and it really resonated fine with young girls growing up because a lot of the subject matters in here is how people feel and how they all feel about growing up and what's going on in their lives. And Avril hit the nail on the head with many of these songs by bringing in that kind of subject matter and really gained a real large legion of fans, no doubt. Number 11 got the third single, which peaked all the way at number four. And we're talking about I'm With You, which, yeah, it's one of these songs you heard to death, really. I, I like it, but I just don't love it. And that's why I've got it at number 11. But pretty much this song and everything after it, obviously, is where I feel the album really, this is where it starts to pick up. So number 10, got Naked. A great song. That's one of those songs I mentioned, that talks about growing up and stuff and how she feels. Just a great song, considering this is her first album and how young she was at the time of recording it. Number 9, got the fourth and final single that was released in the US here, and it peaked at number 64. We're talking Losing Grip, which is the opening track to the album. And heavier, probably the heaviest song on the album by a mile. And yeah, not bad. Definitely a solid song. It got some airplay around here. Not a lot, but some. But it's definitely one of those songs. If you have the album, you probably heard it before. All right. So that is number 9. Number 8, we got Anything But Ordinary. Great song from the album. I definitely like this one. This is where the songs even get even better for me. Right around here. It's where they pick up the pace here. And number 7, it's going to take us down to Mobile. Released as a single only in New Zealand and Australia, and in New Zealand it peaked at number 26. So definitely, for whatever reason, it was never released here. But yeah, not a solid song. Definitely a solid song. Not a bad spot on the charts over in New Zealand there. And it's going to take us down to number 6. I've got Things I'll Never Say. Yeah, this is where the album really gets good here. I really like this song a lot. Definitely a solid song and catchy chorus. What else can be said? Avril kind of took the world by storm. It all started. One of my brothers got into it, found it, got into it, and passed it all on to all of us. And then before you know it, there we all are at her first ever concert in Buffalo. First time we ever got to see her, and she played to a packed arena. It was pretty cool. That is going to take me down to 5. And that is going to be the second single Peaking at number 10, and of course we're talking about Skater Boy. This song was definitely heard all over the place, and gosh, she gets a bad rap on this one, probably for the lyrics. It made her look so adolescent and everything, but it's describing a moment, back then. It's pretty unique. Hit number 10, so it's not all just young girls buying her album back then. This was a lot of music fans in general, so she struck a nerve with a lot of music fans for sure. Hence the 7 times platinum. All right, and that's going to take us to number 4, which was the first single released from the album, none other than Complicated, which has aged very well. It's a very infectious song, still played to this day. Obviously, this is a song that broke her. Let's face the facts here. This was a great song, still is, and that's where I've got it at number 4. And, the only reason why I got it at number 4 is because I just love, love, love the 3 songs after it. So we're gonna go into number 3, My World. Just a stellar song. I really love the lyrics. The chorus, everything on this song is just great, and the follow-up is these 2 songs, the second, which is my number 2, were very close to each other. Really hard to pick which one to put second, which one to pick third, but I've got Nobody's Fool at second. These 2 songs, on the album, they're right next to each other. Um, 10th and 11th on the track listing there, and it was really hard to make a decision about which one is actually better, but I nudged it over to Nobody's Fool this time. And that's going to take us to my number 1 Avril Lavigne song of all time, hands down. I couldn't believe, if you listen to the rest of the album and then you listen to this song and you listen to the lyrics, it's just amazing how somebody that young could write such great lyrics to help. Obviously it was a co-write, but um, tomorrow, 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 tomorrow. Just a fabulous song. It's one of those songs you could put on repeat and listen to 1,000 times and not be sick of it. Just a great song. I can't say enough about it. Surprised it wasn't released as a single because I know for a fact that this song would have definitely hit top 10. And sometimes these records have so many songs on them. This is 2002 we're talking here. Sometimes they have so many songs on them. It's hard even picking singles sometimes when you got an album of this solid material like this to kind of choose from. But I really think Arista dropped the ball by not releasing Tomorrow as a single. So that's my take on it there. All right, so let's give it a quick rundown here on this from the bottom up here. Number 13, I've got Too Much to Ask. Number 12, I've got Unwanted. Number 11, we're going with I'm With You. Number 10, Naked. Number 9, Losing Grip. Number 8, Anything But Ordinary. 7, Mobile. 6, Things I'll Never Say. 5, we got Skater Boy. 4, Complicated. 3, My World. 2, Nobody's Fool. And of course, number 1, Tomorrow. And we'll see you on the flip side.